Well, hey y'all, this is Transformers Tuesday. Today we're looking at the 5th box in my bigger box of 9 boxes. If you're going from the top or the back left corner to the front, this is in the dead center of the box. Well, no matter which way you go, this is in the dead center of the box. All right, before you get started, you might want to have some scissors to cut open the bags if you don't have fingernails. Like I cut my fingernail, actually this one this morning, so I don't have a fingernail right now. My other thumbnail's not quite there. It can open a, I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure I can open a drink. I always have one of my thumbnails I can open a drink when I need one. Although I don't drink many canned drinks, but it occurs. I also have some of these in case when you're tearing off the sprues, you might need it for that. All right, that box was beautiful, but if you want to check out the box, I don't want my videos to go too long. You can check one of my older videos. The instructions are exactly the same for all of these. I like to guess by opening this pack first. This is just the hands, the stands, and everything, things like that. Oh, also have a bag with you, and looking right at it, we know it's, this one I can't tell you which one it is. I can tell you it's a Constructicon, and then also have a place to put your trash as you go. Man, okay, the cat jumped over a while ago. Now it's like hair everywhere. All right, so we know it's one of the Constructicons because of the green hands and the green joints. Now, let me see. Green joints might be a giveaway because the Constructicons we have are Scraper and Hook, I think. Yep, Hook. Green joints, green hands for both. So that's not going to be a giveaway. It's the only two that have it though. So I like this green. It's like a really cool ectoplasmic green. Also the stand, by the way, I have another box for these so you can recycle these. The stand I will put inside of the plastic bag. I don't really use the stands. They don't need it. RC maybe, but the other ones, they don't need it. RC's only with the Rise of the Machines. They have not made a G1 RC. I pop the hands out first just to get them out. I don't take these off the sprues right away because I got to put these shoulders on the action figures back to themselves. So let's find out if we're going to get Hook or Scraper. And again, shake the bag a little bit because little teeny tiny pieces like that sometimes get stuck in these corners. All right, so coming up with the thing, we have Scraper. We got a little pog, and on the back of the pog it's got information. It's a very thin pog, so I don't think you're going to be winning any games with it. I have never played the game of pog. Back in the 90s when it was popular, I was way too old to give a crap about it. All right, so Scraper is going to have a scraping bucket he's going to have on his backpack, and he's going to have a few extra wheels that we got to put in place. So for his legs, they're very different. The back of the legs should be universal, so let's check those. Yep, they're universal. So we can go ahead and plug them in on both sides. Go ahead and get the piece, and let's see, the feet should be universal, and they are. They're universal. What I mean by universal is that if you don't, there's no left and right. The front of the leg, that's not universal, so you got to look at the instructions to figure out which one it is. I'm going to look at that right now. For Scraper, this is the right leg, and it kind of makes sense. It's about to put a wheel on there. And are the wheels all the same? They are indeed apparently the same. So we got wheels that go on the outside, so that helps out as well. Remember which one's left and right. All right, for the other side, we got to have the little tiny clear piece for the ball joint for the foot. I just stick it barely in there for now. It doesn't need to be, you're going to end up hurting your thumb over time if you keep on pressing things, so just leave it slightly in there, and when you get the foot on it, it'll pop into place. Watch this. You heard that pop pop? That means that both sides have popped in all the way. All right, then you want to put a wheel on the outside of this one. This is what makes the some of them a little different. They have wheels on them. All right, now the way I build the thighs, I had to start with these and put these together. While you're doing that, locate the chest and get it ready to put the shoulders on, since that's going to be the first thing out of the sprue, really. Or technically, you could make the other thing. No, don't do that. Not you guys. My Tom-Tom's trying to get my attention now, and he's scratching on my chair, and it's like, I hate when they scratch on chairs. I have a leather chair, and I'm like, if I catch them doing that, throw a pillow out. I'm like, no, we do not scratch on my chair. Leather does not heal itself. So if you get a little bit of something, it doesn't really matter that much on this, but make sure that these go on like this. And it is important those little tips right there go front to back, you know, straight line. I'm gonna let the cat out after this one. Might as well put the wheels on this while we're going. If I just happen to find some random things here. All right, back to work here. We got this one. Put it out. These little things, again, I say this every video. I don't know what they're for, but I use them as a, like, pretend like they're talking to somebody with their arm bracelet thing. The legs and the elbows and the knees are exactly the same. There's not little ones and big ones of these. They're all exactly the same. So just go ahead and pop them all out. It'll save you some time having to do, you know, pop, pop, put together, pop, pop, put together. Just pop them all out. Maybe he was asleep when I came in. When I came home, he was sitting up on the thing in my dad's room and looking out the window. All right, when you're putting these together, just make sure you have a male and a female. And that when you put them together, the female, you can accidentally do it both ways. So make sure that they make like a T at the top right there and squeeze. So just have a male and a female. Make sure they're going in the same direction as far as the crossing line. So if you can't scratch it off with your thumbnail, which I don't have a thumbnail on that finger, I just cut it this morning. You might want to use fingernail clippers or even a file, like if you don't want it, you know, your pretty nails to get hurt. I'm not that worried about it. All right, so again, make sure that you just have it on the same side. I know you want to go out. You gotta wait for a few minutes now. Remember when I was trying to get everybody out and you just sit there? All right, so the upper thigh, you use the universal, just check for paint. I always put it on here first. I know you do, but guess what? You're gonna have to learn something called wait. You don't like to wait. He's a spoiled baby. Oh, you know, I did not check for that. And that will drive me crazy down the road. I know it will. Because somebody over here is talking to me while I'm trying to do this. Okay. All right, good. I always try to make sure that, and it doesn't matter because it can't be seen once you do it, but it's just me. I'm like, you ever seen Hilda Spellman when she woke up in the middle of the night and tried to, she's like, something's wrong. And then she's like, phew, and the salt and pepper shakers are on the wrong side of each other. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a TV show. And they were like saying that Zelda was so anal retentive that they were like, let's drive her crazy. So they mixed the salt and pepper shakers into the wrong place. In the middle of the night, she woke up, oh, and she switched them and she was like, now I can go back to sleep. I'm not that bad. But anyway, this piece is universal. So in front and back are exactly the same. So just put the plates on for the crotch and the butt, and then try to figure out which one's which. Now in this situation, it doesn't matter. They're exactly the same. So normally there's paint on the front of them, or a lot of times there's paint on the front of them. Just put them on, make sure that you can get the full range of motion. All right, there we go. Now the chest piece is where you gotta really pay attention. All right, this chest piece, is there anything special for it? Okay, there's gonna be on the back of it. So that's the back. And I like to put the t-shirt at the front, plus there's little things down here painted for a reason. This is the front. So when you put them in, those little teeny tiny nips right there, they have to go inside these things. If you got it lined up, it should be fine. If you're careless, it won't be. While you're holding that, just slide that back on. And yep, it looks like it's working out fine. Hold on, this side. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I just double check every time. All right. All right, so what's a little bit different, I'm gonna go ahead and brace him on here, so I want to do that later and have something snap off. We gotta put this on, so this is slightly different. According to the directions, I think you like this first. Am I doing it backwards? Well, the instructions are showing to put it in like this. Hold on, let me see if I got it. It says to do the other one first, but oh, yeah, snap, snap. Yeah, snap, snap. Okay, the scraping bucket goes like this. All right, so we got it like this. right, he's got some back kibble. Kibbles in bits and bits and bits. All right, so we got the arms we're going to put together now. That's the left shoulder, or the left part. I know you do. You know what? When I asked you about earlier, you ignored me. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. I know you want to go out right now, but guess what? I'm not stopping for this right now. Listen to him. He is so used to getting his way. All right, so there. Now, this is where I don't understand if it's going to be one side or the other. Okay, according to the picture, it looks like this is the... Ow, ow, ow. No. Boy, he's like demanding. He likes to put his little fingernails up there and scratch my butt, and I don't really care for that too much, personally. I don't know about you guys. Okay, according to the picture, this is the way this goes on. I don't know. I figured that would be the way it goes on, but let me look at this picture and see if it's any different. I can't tell, it's too tiny. But what I'm looking at is this picture right here where that little, see the little double thing on there? It's the same thing as that little double thing, so. Oh, all right. Okay. All right, let's build his other arm. Now, again, if you're like going, well, you're putting fist on. Yeah, I like the fist. I don't really like the hands that much. Here are the hands. They're splayed hands. So we're gonna put the splayed hands in the bag because I don't care on that much personally. All right, I like to put the joint on the smaller piece and then shove it into the bigger piece, because technically it's like this is the male and this is the female, because see how that's got a wide opening. So just make sure you did it correctly, because I put it on backwards one time by mistake. And put the shoulder on, then put this thing on. It's just weird that it's got some actual extra movement there I'm not used to. All right, we got pieces for the face, so let's go ahead and put the tab on the top right here. This is the third one. You always get a fourth one. I guess they assume it's going to break somehow magically in the male. I've never had any issues with them. We got a gun. We got these little things. We got a face. Now the face is a little different, so the eyepiece is separate. So you go put the eyepiece in. Oh, okay. I'm like, it's not going in correctly. That's because I had it upside down. I assumed that this was the head like that, but it's like this way. The cup is definitely going to go on the bottom. He's a bucket head. All right, you gotta make sure you squeeze it tightly. Now the piece is separate for the eyes on the newer ones because they're going to make light up sets eventually. And before I put the gun on him, look, here's these little things. Sometimes I'll stick them in here and pretend like they're communicating. There's a Decepticon on one side and an Autobot symbol on the other. But I don't really use them that much. Let's put his gun in his hand. Let's take a look at that gun as my cat comes back and tries to remind me one more time that he needs to go out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up pretty quick. If you want to see what it looks like compared to other ones, check some of my older videos out. As far as like whether or not he's the same size as a giant robot, if he's the same size as a Micro Man. I do the comparisons every time. He's about 4 inches tall. He's about the same size as an Action Master. All right. And there are 2 Constructicons in the set, completing all 6 Constructicons. So again, I highly encourage you to go out and buy these. If you buy the entire box, which I did for $65 shipped to me in America, then you get all 9 of them. You may get the special one, which is going to be a chrome version of our man right here, Shockwave. I didn't. I'm okay with that, really. I kind of wish I got this one because he has clear parts, I think, I've heard. But after getting the Soundwave, I'm not really into the chrome much anymore, because that Soundwave's chrome was horrible. Does he go like that? How does this little thing stay put? All right. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know in the comments below. And I hope everybody gets on board with these, so we'll get more and more and more.